I tell you, this crowd is making it so I can hardly hear my own voice. They are indeed raring to go. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And I don't know that I would say that I'm totally surprised that it's 3-0 right now. I mean, I knew they were capable of going on a run like this, but to come in and put it to them the way they have, that's what I think all three of us maybe didn't expect. But I just think it shows the character of this ball club. And it starts right at the top. I think it's a really good reflection of the manager that he's got them to where they are right now.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Detroit Tigers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. What do they need to focus on in order to win a championship here on the road, Steve?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Ian Kinsler, for me, is one of the most underrated second basemen in all of baseball. He's got great range, does a great job of positioning himself, always makes a routine play, makes acrobatic play, turns the ball great at second base. He's a huge advantage for a pitcher.
DJ LeMahieu will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m.
First pitch, 7:05.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he takes strike three called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
Well, and no surprise, we talk about it all the time in the beginning of a ball game. Location is going to be a key. And here you can just see where this thing is. I mean, if he can continue spotting pitches there, he'll have a lot of success here tonight.
Charlie Blackmon will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, and you know some guys just love being on that big stage, and he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it matters the most.
Zimmerman looks in. First pitch on its way. Line toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with two out and nobody on all night long.
And so would the guy on the mound.
Lined hard toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miggy Cabrera has in store. He's one of the few elite players in the game today. He works as hard as anybody in practice, but he has a skill set that gets fans excited to come to the ballpark. But most importantly, he helps his team win ball games.
And with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, DJ LeMahieu, he grew up as a shortstop, but he's turned himself into one of the best defensive second basemen in the game. And if you need proof, just watch the constant highlight reel plays and rock-solid fundamentals. He's got a Gold Glove from 2014. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Jose Iglesias is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. And that's a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Justin Upton will get his first opportunity here. And if you go by the numbers, it's been a disappointing start to this World Series for him so far.
Yeah, he really hasn't gotten on track, and I think you have to give some of that credit to good pitching. But he's really been a bit of a non-factor so far. Still time for him to turn it around, though.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground to second. LeMahieu's got it to second for one. On to first, and they'll get the hustling Upton. It's a double play.
Well, so much for that leadoff base runner here to start off their half of the first. He gets taken care of right away on the easy 4-6-3 double play.
Miguel Cabrera will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Smoked on the ground left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to let this guy get out there and skate through the first inning throwing as few pitches as he has. If nothing else, maybe you force him to throw another, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 pitches to the next hitter.
J.D. Martinez set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 left for Detroit. After 1, no score. Nolan Arenado makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Zimmerman steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there.
Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Upton over to his left. He's got it one away.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. You know, a night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
In now, Ben Paulson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Swing and a liner. Foul. No score here as we play inning number 2. Big breaking ball and a beauty. 1-2.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Three and 2 now. Gerardo Parra is on deck. Bases are empty. One man out. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Gerardo Parra will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. That evens it up. 1-1. Tap fouled at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoke toward the hole, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with 1 away.
Jose Reyes will dig in now, coming off one of the best offensive performances we've seen in a World Series game for quite some time.
Oh, really just a game for the ages there. He put on a one-man show, and you can bet he probably won't see the same kind of pitches that he saw last time out. They'll be a lot more careful when he's at the dish.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Martinez on the run. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And he is in there. And the tag from Saltalamacchia. They got him at the plate. And he'll scramble back to the bag and be there safely. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Alfred Broussard will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Alfred Broussard.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And you'd like to say good job there, good eye, but in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Nick Castellanos will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
He's set. Here it comes. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. Look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Chris Coghlan will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now the 0-2 pitch.
Nope,
that misses. 1-2.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And with 2 away now, let's take another look at our playoff brackets. And of course, the question on everybody's mind, will we crown a champion here tonight? Ian Kinsler set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. Sends that one out of play for strike one. 2 out with the man at first. Drilled right back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
The catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Here's a high pop-up. Reyes is there for it. And that retires the side. Tigers strand a pair. Will move to the third with no score. Gregor Blanco is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Designated hitter, Gregor Blanco.
Zimmerman gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Liner toward right center. Coughlin is right there, 1 down.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Standing in now, Dustin Garneau. As he will take strike one on the fastball here, no balls and a strike.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. And a slider misses here, 2 balls and a strike. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu will get his second shot at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
Yeah, and he went down on 3 straight pitches, so he didn't put up much of a fight in that at-bat. Looking for a better one right here.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
In there, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And that misses 2-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Third inning, no score to this point. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jose Iglesias digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, the reason he's having the success he's had so far comes down to one main reason. Changing speeds effectively. And you saw it in evidence right there. That's what you got to do to be a big-time pitcher.
Here's Justin Upton now. As he'll lay off a curveball up in the zone for a ball, 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Here he comes on 2-0. On the ground to the right side. LeMahieu's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Hey, if you like a good pitcher's duel, it looks like we've got one brewing right here. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third, and both of these guys look like they have their good stuff.
Miguel Cabrera will dig in. He singled his first time around. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Good cut that time by Cabrera, but he couldn't come up with it. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Charlie Blackmon is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Kinsler. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. Both guys topping out at 95 miles an hour. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in, the right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez. Zimmerman's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Now to the plate, Nolan Arenado. He flew out in his last at-bat. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Coghlan. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
Into the box, Ben Paulson, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Now the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
Now, he does have first base open, so he doesn't have to come in right here. He can try to make that perfect pitch, and you know what? If he misses, who cares?
Full count. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will be taken in out there by Kinsler, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. J.D. Martinez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. The pitch. And here's another one that misses to the Tiger right fielder as he moves ahead 2-1 now. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. On the ground to the left side. Gloved by Arenado. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alfred Broussard.
Stepping in, Alfred Broussard. He drew a walk his first time up. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Hit hard, but just fouled, and that was just about extra bases. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Nick Castellanos now. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Gerardo Parra will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Jose Reyes digs in here. Hit a triple his first time around.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And he takes strike 2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
One out, nobody on. He pulls this one into right, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now batting.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking 2 right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Here's the lefty, Gregor Blanco, now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Line to the right side. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Reyes rounds third. He's headed for home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
You know, maybe if he backs up and plays this on the hop, he can hold him to just a single, but instead he goes all out for it in right field, and it gets by him for an eventual double.
Stepping in now, Dustin Garneau hit down the third base line. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
DJ LeMahieu will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Cabrera will make the catch to retire the side. Rockies do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. Middle of the night now from Comerica Park. It's now 1-0 Colorado. Chris Coughlin will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Trying to strike him out for the second time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Blackman is under it. 1 out.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
1 out now here in the Tiger 5th inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that is through into right field for a single.
You know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Digging in to try it again, Jared Saltalamacchia, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ground ball right side. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Yeah, it's not too often that you'll see a first pitch hit and run, but it worked out here. Usually you see it when the batter's ahead in the count. 1-0, 2-1, sometimes even 1-1. But they roll the dice right away, and it pays off perfectly.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but these straight singles will do the job as well.
Striding into the box, Justin Upton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And a ball, 1-0.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Cold strike at the knees. 1-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. Hard hit toward the hole, and just past his outstretched glove into left, the base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
Hit hard back up the middle. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. J.D. Martinez will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
From the stretch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
Liner towards second, and that's in there. Base hit. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, if I had a base hit taken away by a runner getting forced out by an outfielder, well, you'd have to put a straitjacket on me because, you know, I didn't get many hits. That's just a really bad read right there and a real waste of a base runner.
In now, Alfred Broussard. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Boy, he had a good pitch to hit, too. That was a slider always in the strike zone. That would have been a good one to go after.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. 5 innings complete. Tigers are out in front, 3-1. Charlie Blackmon will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Some action now in the Tigers bullpen, as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Hit in the air to center field. Coughlin moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Carlos Gonzalez would dig in. Took a called third strike his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
First pitch on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And this ball hit well by Gonzalez out to deep right field. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
A good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. Wow, a flip to second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Nick Castellanos gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Nick Castellanos.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Here it comes on 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Chris Coughlin will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Really good two-strike adjustment right there. He takes a little length out of that swing, uses the middle of the field, and he's got himself a one-out single.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as he'll take a look at ball one. Three runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Drilled to first, reined in. Reyes on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
The catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And if he can get through this inning, I have a feeling they'd be happy to take the 6 strong and leave it at that.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. One and two, here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Tigers leave one, and it's still 3-1. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Ben Paulson is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
First delivery to him on the way. This is pulled into right. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Leadoff man retired. Here's Gerardo Parra. First offering on its way. Sent out to straightaway center field. Coughlin is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Into the box now, Jose Reyes. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Right there for strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Martinez has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Jose Iglesias steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Boone Logan will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Boone Logan.
And he'll step off and try again. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
So nice to have a left-handed weapon like this in your bullpen. And he gets the leadoff man here for an important first out.
Here's Justin Upton now, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Ball 1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And a fastball that misses up in the zone here. It's 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
So 2 are gone now for Miguel Cabrera. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
Two and one after the foul ball there. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit as the lead remains 3-1. Leading off the inning, Gregor Blanco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The catcher, number 13.
Two very good pitching performances illustrated there as we give you a look at our starter comparison in this 3-1 contest. Dustin Garneau will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Grounded to third. Backhanded. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
He just did everything right here on the mound. He made the good pitch. He got his guy to hit the ball on the ground. But baseball is just a little bit like life. You know, things don't always go your way. This is going to be an infield single as he reaches here with 1 away.
DJ LeMahieu will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Zimmerman comes set. First pitch on the way. On the ground to third. Castellanos is there. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. Rockies are down quietly. They still trail it here 3-1. J.D. Martinez will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single.
You know, I don't think this is what he intended to have happen, but it's going to work out for him. Once he saw the ball get by the pitcher's mound, we knew it was going to be a tough play. And sure enough, he winds up beating this thing out for an infield single.
Into the box now, Alfred Broussard, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee-high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Nick Castellanos now, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Boy, they've done a really good job against this guy so far, and it's the first time in the series that they've held him without a hit.
The 0-1 down the third baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch, and that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
Now batting, Chris Coghlan. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike one. A runner on first with two away. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. One left for Detroit, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Back here at the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park, as we get a shot of nighttime Detroit. Striding in to start the ninth, Charlie Blackmon, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Right side. Kinsler's there for it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the move is Upton. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Nolan Arenado makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And that misses for ball one.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Nolan Arenado touches them all. His second home run of the series, and the Rocks have made this a 3-2 game.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Now here comes the Tiger skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he leaves with the bases empty, he stands to be the winning pitcher here tonight if the bullpen can hold up the one-run lead. Francisco Rodriguez is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 57, Francisco Rodriguez. First baseman number 10, Ben Paulson.
Standing in now, Ben Paulson, as he'll swing at the first pitch and grounded foul off to the right. It's strike one. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way to left center. Calling for it, Coughlin. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
You got to like the work rate out there. 2 pitches, 1 out, 1 save, and 1 tight victory for the guys. Hard to do it much better than that.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Tigers win it 3-2. Good night from Detroit.